Oh my God, what is going on? Poor Elon, 100,000 GPUs just to have them overheat? Nvidia's stock fell 3.4% on news that its flagship Blackwell processors overheat sometimes. These are the popular chips for driving artificial intelligence workloads on big servers. That fall cost the company $91 billion in market value. You might ask, why wouldn't they test? Well, they thought they had, yet they didn't know exactly what their OEM companies, the companies like Supermicro and Dell, would be designing around the Blackwell chips. When companies like Nvidia dig into the actual IT team's efforts, they find that they extrapolated from a tiny test to what the real world was doing with their systems. For example, many have a license to a performance testing platform, but only enough of a license to cover, say, 5,000 concurrently running users. In the case of Blackwell processors, you had customers bringing up server farms with tens of thousands of processors. So what does that mean for Nvidia? Well, this means that they're not ready for prime time. Well, at least not at the moment. Poor Elon. Elon Musk just crowed about setting up 100,000 Nvidia H200 GPUs in 19 days. He's planning to run AI workloads for self-driving cars and to make sense of the large language model data coming from all of those Teslas on the road. Nvidia's plan was to ramp up production of the chips next summer. Now it's looking more likely it'll be the end of 2025. The problem with extreme performance testing for an AI application is choosing the scale. For example, I'm wondering how many cores are needed for, say, ChatGPT to answer a question about, say, C programming. The number of cores that's required is the same for any topic. The test needs to be more about efficiency and parallel processing in the hosting environment than the topic. LLMs like ChatGPT run on GPUs, they're graphical processing units, or CPUs, central processing units, with high parallelism. During inference, that is, responding to your question, the process is optimized for speed, distributing computations across cores and threads. A modern setup might use several CPU cores or GPU cores concurrently. So the only way to know is to do an extreme performance test and find out. The test platform needs to use multiple cores in a CPU-based setup or parallel threads in a GPU. In ChatGPT's situation, answering a question typically uses a high-performance server with 8 or more CPU cores actively engaged for efficiency. And for GPU-based processing, the equivalent workload might involve thousands of smaller GPU cores. The test needs to retrieve patterns and probabilities from its pre-trained data rather than performing computationally intense calculations. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is to go big and to go strong on testing. And make sure it's not your own team that's doing the testing. Doing something like that causes careers to end and agencies to get fired, and we don't want that to happen. I'm glad to tell you what CleverMo did for PepsiCo, Wynn Casinos, Best Buy, Rackspace, and many other large organizations. So please like and subscribe to this video and channel, and click the notifications bell so you learn the latest on extreme performance testing. Thanks.